Alright guys, this is a Longplay review for the Sacred Armour of Antiriad on the Amstrad CPC, released by Palace Software in 1986. And as you can see from the very nice box art here, it includes a 16-page comic, which is very nice. Nice inclusion, and gives you a nice backstory. It was also released on budget by Silverbird, and then also weirdly later on by hi-tec software too. So quite unusual that it gets re-released twice on budget, but there we go. It was a very, very popular game at the time. So let's get things started off. Very nice loading screen there, I like that a lot, nice and colourful. And we're going to hear some very nice music on the title screen, which I will play in full. And we will also hear it again in full at the end of the video. So quickly, while we've got the people involved with the game up there on the title screen. Programming by Andrew Fitter. He was also the programmer of Barbarian, that awesome beat 'em up. But unfortunately, that's all I can find for him. Graphics by Daniel Malone, but I can't find any other games he's done on the Amstrad, and music by Richard Joseph, who also did the music for Barbarian and also for Cauldron 1 and 2. So yes, Sacred Armour of Antiriad, what a game, and it's been a long time for me to get around to this one. It's a very, very popular game across all three of the home computer formats in the 80s. Amstrad Speccy Commodore. So let's tell you the story very quickly. A passive and peaceful society established on Earth by the year 2086 has its idyllic existence shattered by an invasion of an alien attack force. The populace are sent to work in the aliens' mines. Some rebelled, but one stood out as the most hardy and courageous. Named Tao, he was instructed by the elders to explore the land in search of the legendary item which humans had worked so hard to perfect. This item is, of course, the eponymous Sacred Armour, an anti-radiation, i.e. Antiriad, suit which renders the wearer impervious to just about any form of attack. As Tao, your first objective is to find the armour and then somehow overthrow the alien regime. Once you've managed to get hold of the armour, the next problem is to seek out the various items which will make you even more magnificent, which include anti-grav boots, particle negator, pulsar beam and implosion mine are the vital elements. The implosion mine is perhaps most important than any other item. This is needed to destroy the alien's base. So there we go. So we start off, we're playing as Tal, and some very nice colourful graphics and animation, especially on the main sprite there. Apparently was a minor bit of controversy at the time because some prudish parents believe the main character sprite might be running around naked, but as you'll see when he faces us, he's quite clearly wearing a loincloth. Still, very nice animation on the running man there, with his hair blowing in the breeze, and plenty of nice sprite design on the aliens there as well. Nice use of colour, very nice use of colour. Well, look, there's a mushroom-like object there. Don't worry about that. You can only pick it up later once you've got the suit, and that will recharge the power in the suit. Just gone through an energy barrier there. And we can find the suit just above us to the right here. There it is. Oops, I didn't mean to jump there. So you just need to turn around and face the suit, and then there you go. First objective complete. And whilst in the suit, we get our energy restored. And we get a little message that the suit is active, but we can't do anything in it at the moment. So if we try to push up to take off in the suit, it says gravity prevents takeoff. And the manual has already hinted to us that we need to find certain objects. One of them is anti-gravity boots. I wonder if they're nearby somewhere. So yeah, guys, basically the goals of this game is 1, find the suit, which you've already done. 2, find the anti-gravity boots, which will be somewhere around here. Find the implosion mine, which we'll use to blow up the alien base right at the end. Find the particle negator, which is basically a shield, which is for like the final 2 screens of the game, because I think the radiation is too much. And then finally blow up the alien base by placing the mine at the very top of the area. So essentially, when we went through that force field earlier and found the suit, we were inside the alien base, basically. Now, at the start of the game, you can be randomly placed anywhere along this sort of bottom section of the playing area. So this is the lower level where we've got the grass and the trees and stuff, and there's about 2 or 3 different locations that you can spawn in. But the map is not very wide at all. It's only about, I don't know, I'm just sort of guessing now, like 10 screens wide, maybe a bit more. But the items are always in the same locations. Like there you go. You can see just the top left when we go back on the screen. That's the anti-grav boots. So they will always be there. And the only weapon you have at the moment is a rock which throws in sort of an arc, so you need to sort of time your shots there. There we go. Avoid the big blob man with his hand and hook, whatever it is, and just duck to pick up the item. There we go. So what I need to show you here on the bottom heads-up display, so you can see the score there says 575. So we look to the left there, the red and blue bar to the top, that's the health of the suit, and below that is our player's health, which is actually really low at the moment, so I'm making it very difficult for myself here. Okay, the center console there is showing a garbled message. That will be messages that will appear when we're inside the suit. Now the circular section there, like the 2 red blobs at the bottom there, that's a radiation meter. There you go, it's showing us got the anti-grav boots, and they're activated, and the suit is now mobilized. Hurrah! Okay, so next the radiation meter, which is showing only 2 bars at the moment. You see like 4 holes, one of them is already filled up, basically just indicating there's 4 items. We've picked up 1 item already, the anti-grav boots. And I think A above it means the suit is activated. At the moment, though, we haven't got anything to shoot anything with. Sorry, one of the goals I missed out earlier. After we get the anti-grav boots, we need to pick up the laser beam or impulse laser, whatever it's called. We actually just passed it there on the previous screen, and we just picked up an energy recharge there for the suit. It looks like a kind of a mushroom type thing. There we go. Right, I'm just going to get as far right here as possible, so when we come out the suit, we can throw a rock and destroy that guy. There we go, brilliant. Now this is a very tough section here, and we'll take the hits here from the aliens, because it's too hard to hit them in between timing, moving between those shots. Oh my god! So I can't get hit again here. Very tough section here. Now guys, this is a very tough game. It's actually a short game. As you can see, we complete it in about less than 20 minutes. And it's not a massive plain area or map. It is very, very tough though. Again, because this is a long play and I want to do it without dying, it kind of looks a lot easier than it actually is. But trust me guys, this is very tough. Each screen is kind of a bit of a puzzle to get through, and often you have to react very, very quickly. But once we get in a suit, we can have our energy restored. It will basically restore the health of your character whilst within the suit. And you'll see the energy bar in the bottom left there will start increasing. There it goes. Now, as we get higher up inside this sort of temple and enemy base, the radiation meter will increase. You can see there now it's got 1 little blob and a longer blob than it had before. This means that whilst outside of the suit, running around in your loincloth, your energy will start trickle down faster without taking any hits. I think at this radiation level, I think you won't take any damage. But as we go higher up, that meter will increase. There we go. It's not as easy as you think to control the suit here as well. As you can see, there's a bit of sort of inertia on the suit as well, so you have to watch out for that. And if you bounce into a wall, you sort of bounce back from it as well, so watch out for that. So now we are after the implosion mine, which is the next item probably you should seek out. I feel like this is the fastest and smoothest route throughout the game. I'd like to thank that the people who made the maps for this game on the CPC Power website and also the World of Spectrum website. Also, I followed that mostly, but also I saw Metro had done a long play of the Amstrad version on YouTube, and it turns out his route was pretty much similar. He did his long play a few years ago, so I left it a few years before I did mine. But I like to do these long playing reviews and give you a commentary and tell you exactly what's going on in the game, otherwise it can be a little bit confusing. Now this is a tough area. Now here's a little exploit. Thank you again to Metro and also the CPC Power website. If you throw a rock, you can actually sort of glitch your way through there to give you an easier ride. This is a very tough section to do without dying. You have to get the timing there absolutely perfect, and I still take damage. Going back this way, I'll use the glitch to get through the rock, like so. And my energy is constantly now going down because look at the radiation meter. It's sort of like almost like halfway. My energy is getting very, very, very low. The suit can't pass through that barrier, which is why I had to run out. So there we go, we've got the implosion mine primed, ready in the suit now, and my health will restore. So clever bit of, there is a bit of sort of puzzling and thought involved in this game, and I like what the programmers have done to try and give more gameplay value. Like the energy gates there, where you had to leave the suit and rush and get the item. That's a very, very, very tough section. You can die whilst running around outside the suit, and you can get yourself recharged, I think 2 or 3 times. So it gives you two or three chances to get through the game. But the worst thing to happen in the game probably is for your suit here to get damaged to a point it becomes inoperable, and it'll basically just sink to the bottom of the screen and land where it lands, and will stay there until you go and find one of those recharge items and bring it back to the suit. But if you're in the higher levels of the game where the radiation is very, very high, it's near enough impossible. And you may not be able to jump up sections. Let's say, for example, you've got an energy recharge lower down the screen in the forest. Would you be able to jump all the way up to where the suit is? Probably not. There's one of those recharge items. So we'll take it now. I like the dragon thing there, the flames coming out, that's cool. There we go, I've got a suit recharging now. So now we're after the particle negator, as it's called in the manual, which is basically a shield. The suit itself will take damage in the top 2 areas of the game from radiation. So that's why that is needed. And in the top section is, of course, the bit of the enemy base, which we're going to drop the implosion mine in. So hopefully you're understanding what's going on. We just have to negotiate our way through here very carefully. So yeah, so perhaps this has been noted as one of the first games to feature nudity, but it isn't really. He's wearing a loincloth. We'll skip over that. And it's also been cited as one of the earliest examples of the Metroidvania genre. Without knowing what Metroid is and Castlevania, I'm sure the programmers at the time had never played those games on the NES. But it's been cited as part of the Metroidvania genre, which I don't really understand or play, but I thought I'd mention it. As for review scores at the time, this got 87% in issue 17 of Amstrad Action magazine. They liked it a lot and also gave it the Rave Award. As for other versions of the game, the Commodore 64 version is probably arguably the best. It has as nice graphics as the Amstrad version, but I very slightly prefer the colours on the Amstrad version, only slightly. But the Commodore version plays a little bit faster and smoother, but really there's not much in it. So it's between the Amstrad and the Commodore version, and there's not much in it, as I said. The Speccy version unfortunately has awful beeper music, but weirdly it has like larger sprites in one colour, of course, but the playing area is nowhere near as wide as the CPC, strangely, because the Amstrad often have the smaller playing area. Oh, there we go, got the particle negator there, and use the glitch to get through that. And it's now ready in the suit. So the Speccy version is arguably the third place of the versions, but really it's not by much, and the Speccy version is still very good. So Pies did a good software. Pies Software did a good job on all three of the main 8-bit home computers. But I'm told as well, apparently it might have appeared on the TRS-80 computer too, which is quite rare. But yeah, it's a very tough game. It's a short game, so it's tough for what it is. There's no walk in the park. I'm making it look easy, as I said earlier, because this is a long play video, but boy, oh boy, did this take me a long time to get through. The suit's run out of energy there, so I've had to run out the suit there and get in very quickly. The radiation level's very high now. Oops. Made a mistake there. But my personal health there will start recharging. Now we're kind of getting towards the end of the game here, so I'm going to give my review score, and I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. This is certainly one of those 8-bit classics. One of those early 8-bit classics. Remember, this is 1986, so this is very good stuff. Lovely graphics, really nice sound effects. Very nice sound effects, actually. Really great music on the title screen. Nicely presented, well-designed game. Yes, it's frustratingly hard, but persevere and you can get through it. Now, this is coming up to the penultimate screen here. So just turning around, ready. Lots of aliens are going to attack us here. This is the second to last screen, the highest radiation, so you need the particle negator, the shields here. Full radiation level. Here's the final section, so all you need to do is land in the middle there. Face outwards. Implosion mine detonation sequence. Initialize 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we've done it. Are defeated, your race is free. Press fire to play again. The oppressors are defeated, your race is free. There we go, guys. A bit of an ending. Not a spectacular ending, but an ending nonetheless, and I like that. And then back to the title screen. So there we go, guys. That was the Sacred Armour of Antiriad, and I really like it. I never owned it as a kid. When it come one of those games that I've heard lots of people talk about over the years. Never got round to really playing it. I thought now was the time, and yeah, I really like it a lot. Hence my final review score of 8.5 out of 10. And I really like this music as well. Remember, guys, this is only 2 years after the release of the Amstrad, maybe less than that. I like that bit. So most music at the time was pretty basic and simple. Tunes may have been nice, but the experimentation with the sound chip and getting different sounds and stuff hadn't really happened. So this is a very impressive piece of music. lots of different sort of sound effects happening and different types of instruments. I like it a lot. So yeah, there we go guys, 8.5 out of 10 from me. Don't forget to come and find me on Facebook, Twitter, Patreon as well. If you want to become a Patreon of mine, I'd very much appreciate it. And hopefully more Longplay review videos every Monday, if I can keep up the pace. And obviously live streams every Friday on the Amstream. So yeah. There we go. Thanks for watching guys. Take care. Goodbye.
So thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please click a like below, leave a comment and also subscribe if you haven't already. And over that way, there's another video for you to check out. Zypho, out.